So like we all know by now, Spotify Wrapped just came out. And upon looking at my Wrapped in particular, I think I've made realizations that are kind of rather sad when I think about it. I remember last year around this time when Spotify Wrapped came out, I should probably preface this with that poster back there. That's a Rod Wave poster, if you don't know, and it's from his Beautiful Mind album. That's his album cover with the songs on there. And the people who know me know that I'm like a super big Rod Wave fan. I have like a Rod Wave bar for like every life situation, which is it's interesting, and some say it's a little obsessive, but hey, it is what it is. So around this time last year when Spotify Wrapped came out, I took such great pride in showing to everybody, hey, look at my rap, look at how much Rod Wave I listen to. I gotta be this man's #1 fan. And this year I started to feel that same thing that I felt last year, but I think I made a realization that maybe this Rod Wave phenomena that I'm going on, and maybe just the excessive listening to music that I've been doing is a little bit too much. I'm not sure exactly what your Spotify, minutes are for this past year, but for me, mine were 20,500 and something. I think it might have been like 20,529 minutes. And when you think about it, 20,500 minutes worth of listening to anything, that's a whole lot of time. I mean, I think it's fair to say that much amount of time is enough to build a kind of relationship with the person you're listening to. Not like an immediate relationship, of course, but a sort of relationship where it might feel like that person is close to you that you're listening to. So upon realizing this, I was walking in the cold, I was like, dang, this is kind of sad, What if I had put at least half of this time, not even the whole time, but half of those 20,500 minutes into something else, something that would be progressing me in a different way? And this is not to say that music doesn't have its value or that it sucks and that it should be, completely thrown out the window. I just think, kind of like Aristotle said, anything can be taken to an extreme. And I think what I realized is that for myself, listening to music to the degree that I do is that extreme. I like to think, and I think most of us would agree, that as people we have what you can call a true self or a higher self. You can really put whatever terminology you want on that. There's this sense of a better version of ourselves or a higher self, so to speak. And I think this is the part of us that's not just connected to the people around us or, other important things around us, but the part of us that's truly connected to our own feelings, our understandings, and our thoughts for that matter. What I think excessive music use can do is it sort of misaligns us from that true self. Rather than having opportunities of silence where you can process and think about the world and think about yourself, music can oftentimes form as a distraction against that. And what makes this distraction so dangerous is how easily and how prevalent it is to access. All you literally have to do is pull out your headphones, put them in, and go on whatever music streaming services you use, and then boom, it's all yours. And again, for some people, for maybe most people, I understand that music is a help, it's an alleviator of some kind. But like all forms of help and all alleviations, again, I'm gonna say that this can be used to an excess. And this misalignment from our true self can halt growth, it can halt development. It puts all of our attention into the music rather than into ourselves, into the lyrics rather than into what we're going through and how we can get out of what we're going through. For myself, this is manifested in so many ways. Like when I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I do after, using the bathroom and washing my face is finding my AirPods, plugging them in, going to Spotify and going to my Rod Wave playlist. And I'll do this from the time when I'm leaving my house to when I'm going to my first class. And then a lot of the breaks I have during the day, I'll have my headphones in and doing this exact same thing. I've even been in situations, where I don't even necessarily feel like listening to music, but I do it nonetheless because that's what I habitually do. Like the desire to listen isn't even strongly there, but because I do it so much, there's a part of me that's like, hey, let's just do it because it's part of the routine. And this has done a few, I think, rather, maybe not extremely detrimental, but kind of slightly negative things to me. For one, it's kind of been hard for me to process my problems genuinely because I'm distracted in the noise of what it is that I'm listening to. And it's like, when you do it to such a degree, you just have the lyrics and the melodies and the entire song in your head so much that even when you're not listening to the music, say you're taking a shower or something, you're still thinking about the music. You're still not processing like you maybe should be doing. So I'm not exactly entirely sure, to be honest, how it is that I'm gonna try and move on from this. But I think what I will do starting next week is just to kind of cut it off a little, or maybe not cut it off, but reduce it more and more as time goes on. This way I'll be able to sit with myself and again realign and connect with my true self. I know that this is gonna force me to wrestle with a lot of the things that I've put to the side that I haven't wanted to wrestle with because I've used music as that distraction. But you know, when I think of the person I want to be, I think I gotta put the headphones away sometimes and focus on becoming that person. And again, doing this consistently will not just help me figure things out, but help me realign. I keep saying that, but I think that's the key point I want to get across in this video, is that reducing the amount of music you listen to can eliminate its distractiveness, and that in turn will realign you with your true self, and that in turn will help you out in life in general. So I hope this video helps. Certainly advice that I'm trying to give to myself first before I give to anyone else, and I don't think it's going to be easy for me to cut it out. You know, going from listening to 20,000 minutes worth of music, 15,000 of which belong just to raw wave, to, you know, reducing it is not going to be easy, but I think it's something that needs to be done. So go ahead and like and subscribe to your boy, and I'll see y'all soon.